Creating a Summer Cottage. Right now I'm working on illustrations for the book Albin I Mellanlandet by Asa Udd, planned to be published by Lange Publisher this year. In the picture I worked on today, Albin, as the main character is called, is supposed to be sitting in his bed and drawing. It is an early morning and he is in the family's old summer cottage. Again I am struck by how much goes on in my head while creating an image, how much I have to make up, add and fill in. What I know is only what is written above. Well, of course I also know what he looks like, but the rest I have to come up with in the moment. I want to make a believable image, and that is where the thought work begins. Firstly, what does the room look like? Since it is an old farmhouse on Faro, I decide that it should be a small, bright room with a sloping ceiling. A window should be visible in the picture as I also want to include the morning light. The next step is furniture. What's in the room? Not much, a bed, a chest of drawers and a rag rug. To get that feeling of an older cottage, I let it hang a fabric on the wall above the bed, as protection from the cold wall. It was common in the past and I think that the fabric above Albin's bed has been allowed to sit since the 1950s when someone stapled it up. The bed linen is the next question, plain, striped, or with motifs. A duvet cover with a Star Wars motif would be fun to make but take an unnecessarily long time to paint, without really adding anything. I decide on classic striped. It fits better in the summer cottage environment and I can also show with simple brushstrokes how the quilt undulates in the bed. Another important question is how Albin should sit in bed. It must look like he has quickly taken out his pad and pencils and just sat down in bed. He must also look like he is holding the pen the way you do when you draw. Anything else would be cheating. His entire posture should therefore represent this, that everything happened in a hurry but also show his concentration. Then we come to the all-important question of light and shadows. They are the ones that give the illusion of a room and that both the room and the things in the room have volume and space, but the shadows also tell where the light is coming from and whether it is sharp or general light. In this case, it should be a sharp, slightly yellowish morning light. I leave a blind half drawn to mark the morning hour. The last thing I can think of is that Albin's boots should be thrown on the floor in front of him, because that's what the text says. I sometimes think that the main work when illustrating happens precisely in the head. The rest is just a matter of accuracy and a good brush. Mattias is an author, editor, and illustrator. We hope you liked this episode. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.